Sure, there's no charges. Yeah, do me go. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. All right. Wow, butter. Okay. All right. Good evening. Why butter? Where I'm looking for my. All right. Why butter? Chua. All right, there. Okay. Thanks to all of you for Mr. Mike Bentley of 7G. I see you. Christian Filios. Oh, my brother. Yeah, you and I had a very extensive discussion yesterday. Was it yesterday? Christian Philios. You and I had a very extensive discussion yesterday, so I can't really. That's my son brother. So please, please, please. Today's topic is going to be very exciting, and I just felt we should do a bit of historical recap. Let's talk about history today. Let's talk about history today. Let's talk about history today. So I'm going to do that because some persons reach out to me and Elvis, what am I looking for? I'm looking for my glasses. My Canadian glasses, right? I just thought I'll be able to at least read them. I think I'll manage. So thanks for asking. So let's invite others to join our program before we start. So please, is my audio okay? You know you're online, it's my audio. Is it okay? So it's my audio, okay? If it's my audio, is okay, no problem. So let's give about 5 minutes or so for other persons to come in. I'll not be able to recap. For those of us who are not online on time, I will not be able to recap. The essence we started doing our program Sundays in the evenings like this, so that a whole lot of persons can be part of it. Okay, the audio is perfect. Alright, good. A lot of persons can be part of it, so can be able to talk about not every person can participate in the program though, but we'll do our best to make a whole lot of greetings as other one. Thank you, my brother, Mike Bentley. Osemegi. Loud and clear. Okay, thank you. The audio is beautiful. Okay, let's invite others to join our program so that we can start. It's going to be very exciting. I hope we are all safe. I had a very tiring day. Today was quite very busy for me. And that's just about okay, thank you, Uyowosa, Daosa. Since the audio is perfect, so we should today's class is going to be very exciting and very interacting. So, but please ensure that you ask your question within the territory of historical discussion. I don't want any person to come and join this program and just like, tell me the history of Ikoka. Tell me the history of Udo. Tell me the history of Uronigbe, that sort of a thing. So whatever question we're asking, it should be within Ogiso eras and Albership era. So please, we have about 2 to 3 minutes more to go so that we can basically start a live program, so that we can start our history class. So please, if you have any questions, so write it down, what you think you want to ask concerning Ogiso. And please, for the troublemakers, we have troublemakers as well. There are also parts that are also in this platform. If you ask a question intelligently, we'll be able to answer intelligently. If you ask a question foolishly, I will just ignore. Okay, so but it's an intelligent section, an intelligent historical section, so I'm expecting our people to ask intelligent questions so we can collectively intelligently answer it together. So I think that's what today's program is all about, asking questions. So write down all your questions, and so we can have about a minute or two to start. So I will Jackson Dew, good evening. So since it's stay at home, so they're all staying at home now, you know. Quick question. I really don't know who updates our Wikipedia. It's do we have information there that is contrary to the type of history you're aware of? If you feel that some people are edited or have edited Wikipedia that has to do with Benin history that is contrary to the real Benin history, so you can always let us know so we can collectively do something about it. Okay, so but for me, I really don't know who is in charge in editing historical information as regards Benin or Edo people generally. Okay, Benin and Edo people generally. Good evening. Ziyase Vicent Governor. Yes, Iyase is a pure Benin name. Not Iyase has nothing to do with Yoruba. Iyase is it's Iyase is not the simpler form of the original meaning. The original meaning is Niyasowa. Obaewedo, the Oba at that time of history, was trying to reduce the influences of the Ejion. In one of our classes, we talked about the Ejion, the Uzama. So the Obaewedo at that time was trying to reduce the power of the Ejion. So he created a title called Niyasowa. That's a pure Benin word, which is now abridged as Iyase. So, and the first person that was made, the first man that was made the first Iyase of Benin, his name is called Odigie Olomi. He was the head of the royal army that defeated the recalcitrant Ogiamie warriors. So he was the one who led. After that victory, Obana created. The Iyase is the first title that was created by any Oba. So that is why Iyase is so powerful that no Oba wants to make Iyase hereditary. Because in the first place, the Obaewedo was trying to reduce the influences of the Uzama chiefs or the Ejion. I've said in our class that they are not chiefs. So that is why he now created a very powerful title called the Iyase. Iyase, if you understand Benin Kingdom is divided into two. It's grossly. The Benin, like what you now call the Benin city, the heart of the kingdom, is divided into two. Ogbe, Oinohua. Historically, the Oba presides over Ogbe. Then why the Iyase, enabled by the Oba of Benin, presides over Oinohua. So that is why historically the Iyase is given the traditional power to argue or disagree publicly with the Oba of Benin. traditionally, the Iyase has a power. So the title of the Iyase is very powerful. That is why some generally people refer to him as the Prime Minister of Benin Kingdom. So Oba Gaze, after the Oba, every other person. Amongst every other chiefs or Ehaim Oba, the highest among these titled chiefs or Ehaim Oba is Iyase. So Niyasowa is a pure Benin word. So all right, Yavi No. The word Iyase is a word that was created by it is a word that was created. It's, the Ishekiris were trying to differentiate the Benin Iyase from the Ishekiri Iyase, that is Warri Kingdom. So they added T and ROE to the original word, just like the original Benin word is Ologbose, OLOGBOSE. OLOGBOSE is the real spelling for Ologbose, but presently some people now add ROE. All right, just like the Ishekiris also add ROE, but it's from the original Benin word Ologbose, OLOGBOSE. In one of our subsequent class, I will tell you how that word came. It came from the word Ologbo or Iyase. It's another title. That story happened during or by Aken Buddha. How that title came of Ologbose. So these are words. So Iyase is a pure Benin word. So if anybody add ROE, it means people were trying to differentiate their own Iyase from the original Benin Iyase. Yes, we'll talk about 5G, but not on this platform. This is an historical platform. Why does Ahaba? I will answer that question. So that's the essence of today's program. I will not be able to talk about Egwo Gisi at Egwo Holo, both in Isinu. I've already talked about if I may ask, what about Ogieme? Me too, my grandmother was the first daughter of. No, you see, that's another how we have bastardized our name. Oshodi is not spelled. The Oshodi you now see in Lagos is the Yorubanized form of the original Benin. Osoidi. There is no H and there is no N. The original Benin word, some of the Benins are bastardized. God helping us, someday when we get to the top, we'll be able to make some of these corrections. The original, how you spell Osoidin is OSODIN. Osoidin. There's no H in the original Benin word, which was later Yorubanized to become Oshodi. The original word, there's no H, it's Osoidin. That is a pure Benin word that has a pure, deep Benin name. One of these days, I will tell you how that title came about, Osoidin. For your information, Osoidin in Benin means someone who is preview. Someone who knows a secret that he or she was not supposed to know. Osoidin. All right. You cannot say Iyase is not from any particular village. The present day Iyase is from Chief Samigbe. It's ancestrally from Ogboka. If you don't know Ogboka is at present day Sokbomba. If you pass area, the next community after area is Ogboka community, where Sam Loko Efe came from. This present Iyase is ancestrally from Ogboka, but he's maternally from Ewodobian. Is it Ewodobian? I knew he grew up at Aviugo. I knew he grew up at Aviugo because I'm quite close. I'm very close to the present Iyase of Benin. So I know his story very well. I know he's ancestrally from Ogboka. Iyase no Ogboka, from Ogboka, Asokbomba. But his ancestors left to which community? Ewega, yes. Is it Ewega? Yes. Left a long time to Ewega, but he grew up at Aviugo. Okay. So that's where he's ancestrally. That's where Keniyanyi, but it's ancestrally from Ogboka. Ogboka is which village of town Iyase from? So Iyase does not have a particular village because it's rotated. If the present Iyase passes on, the Oba selects Iyase from whoever he wants to select from. Can be from Ovia, can be from Oredo, can be from anywhere. It is the prerogative of the Oba of Benin to choose his Iyase from wherever he wants Iyase to come from. Before this Iyase cannot be said that he's from Oriomo, basically. But the Iyase before this Iyase is Iyase Wodao. That Iyase is from Ovia. Quite a lot of Iyase, but most Iyases are from present day Oredo. Yeah, most Iyases are from present day. And we have some that came from Ika. The Iyase of Obarogba was from present day Delta State. Yes, now Iyase. Yes, now. Osemuge. Yes, now. Iyase Nudu. Iyase of Udo is different from Iyase Ogedo. Anyway, that's what I've been saying. A lot of distractions coming, but let's not talk. A lot of persons are asking. Someone said, "Why did?" A very succinct question that we would like to address. That why do? What about Iyase Nudu? I've answered that question. I won't be able. Iyase Nudu. Every Iyase Nudu has to become. They have already. The name should give you an idea, a clue. I've answered that now, Kizio the Great. I've answered that now. Please, I've answered what Iyase means. Iyase is not a word, it's a statement. Iyase does not have a meaning, it's a statement. Iyase is an abridged meaning of a statement. Niyasowa. That is a statement that Obaewedo gave. He was trying to tell the Ejon that he created a title to surpass them. So Iyase means like someone created to be above the other. Niya sowa. Iyonona sowa, like I have used this to surpass you. So, and that word became a title that was given to someone, which is now called abridged as Iyase. I will not be able to talk about the story of Agbono Maibo or Mawangwe. Agbono Mawangwe or Maibo is a parable in Benin. Agbo no Mawangwe or Maibo. The original Nwangwes and the Eribo, they were blood brothers. They were blood brothers. The first Aibo and Nwangwe. So, who happened? It was the Nwangwe that did something that was remarkable during the reign of Obaeng Buddha. So because of that, when Obaeng Buddha wanted to bless Nwangwe, he also blessed his younger brother. So Edonayak Bita Agbono Mawang Maibo. That will be another story. Why do we have that's a story. Everything was replicated. That's another story. Not 2 years here. There's Yase of Udo that was replicated. I will explain when I talk about the Udo, the history of Udo, then I'll be able to tell you why there is also an Iyase. There's one where there are titles, a lot of titles in Benin. Me no Yewedo, Ye Udo. Iyase Nudo and Iyase of Benin. That's not a lot of persons has asked me, Don Pedro, a lot of persons have asked me that question. There's no basis for comparison. Iyase Nudo, Udo is a community inside Benin Kingdom. Udo is a community or a town inside Benin Kingdom. The Iyase presides over Udo. His jurisdiction goes only within Udo. So, but the Iyase of Benin jurisdiction is within Benin Kingdom. So that should explain who is bigger, who has more authority. Iyase of Udo is restricted only to Udo. That is why it's called Iyase Nudo. Then you now have Iyase of Benin Kingdom. That is a straightforward answer, sir. Iyase of Benin Udo is a community or is a town under Benin Kingdom. So, and one preside over a town, and one is the Iyase of the entire Benin Kingdom. Only say that Iyase Doya. So you should understand what that means. When the offsets there. That's not how you spell Uwangwe. Your Uwangwe is spelled as Uwangue. There are other towns, there are different Iyases, but every other Iyases had their offshoots from Benin Kingdom. Alright? So the Iyase of Benin Kingdom should take precedence. I'm not saying that the Iyase, there is like the Owa Kingdom in Delta State, they also have Iyase. There are quite some kingdoms in Ika, all those Ika areas of Delta, that their kingdom has Iyase as a title. Some has a Daiken as well. And so, but that shows the ancestral correlation between all these people and Benin. So most of them got those words as become integral part of their title. I know now. Yes. Those, I know there's Iyasele of Esa land. Yeah. They are different Iyases, but what I have said, that they are offshoots. They drew that word. They drew that word from Iyasowa. Stop bringing all those contradictions, my brother Don Pedro. If anybody is telling you that is absolute nonsense. I don't like to be stuck in primordial sentiment. I don't like to be struck in primordial sentiment. How can the Iyase Nudo have a control, be more powerful than the Iyase of Benin? It doesn't make sense. I don't like to be struck in all those primordial sentiments of unnecessary pride of one, because maybe you are from Udo, your Iyase jurisdiction ends at Udo. It doesn't go beyond that. So we should stop those unnecessary bickering. The Iyase of Udo drew his name from the Iyase of Benin, so automatically Iyase of Udo becomes more powerful than becomes more powerful. What is there any sense there? Your Iyase or the Iyase of Udo does not go beyond Udo. So I know all those pride issue among some Benin settlements. It doesn't go beyond that. Udo only had one in Nogie, which was Arouan. After which, when Arouan was defeated, title was created for, 2 titles were created, Iyase of Udo and Nwangu of Udo. Should in case any Iyase gives a problem or sees himself as the overlord of Udo, it is the prerequisite of the Oba of Benin to strip that power and give it to Nwangu. I'm sure you are not aware of all that. Anyway, how can you say yes? My brother, I leave all those now primordial sentiment. Now, so Udo people now, so they be at times. Pastor Basquita. Okay, let me quickly answer that. Destiny Asabo. No, yes, there's a video out there that some people are trying to use in confusion. But anyway, that is why you always invite people to come and learn in my programs, so that you'll get to understand. No Oba, there's never a time any Oba greeted Laoni. Anybody should not confuse you or convince you about that. I saw the video. Are you not talking about the video that Chief Osayombo talked about? There's never a time a Bobaya to a Laoni. Nobody, no Oba greeted Laoni. The original greetings of the Ogisos were Laiso. The earliest Obas of Benin greeted Laiso. Alright? Greeted Laiso until Obaewa the first, who fell in love with the greetings of the Igun people. The people greeting Laini today, their original greeting was Lamogun. Listen very well, so that people should not confuse your mind. The original greeting of the people who greet Lani, that is the Igun people. The Igun people. Their original greeting was Lamogun. Are you listening? The original greeting of the Iguneo, where the bronze and the brass casters. Their original greeting was Lamogun. Alright? Obaewa bought that greeting from them because he was Prince Ogun. So when he heard, he loved that greeting. So honored the Otweni will bear Ivigun. So that is why Egboba started greeting from Laiso. Egboba started greeting Lamogun from Laiso to Lamogun. Alright? Then the Igun people went to. So the Igun people went to get another greeting, or went to orchestrate another greeting called Lani. That's another story for another day. But anybody saying that the Oba family greeted Lani, it's wrong. It was from Laiso to Lamogun, and I've explained it. So let's move over to another one. Okay. Access page. Why would the Iyase will not be able to? Why would he overrule? Iyase of Benin is not the overlord of Iyase of Udo. They both have their own jurisdiction. Alright? As the Iyase of Udo, it's just like a Nogie. But the only difference is it's not hereditary. Is the Iyase of Udo hereditary? Sorry, I won't be able to say whether it's hereditary because I need to confirm it. If there's any Udo person, should be able to correct me. I don't think the Iyase of Udo is hereditary. I think it's hereditary. Alright, so it's just like a Nogi of a community. That's how the Iyase of Udo also is. He's the overlord of Udo. Alright, and he answers only to the Oba of Benin. Just like the Iyase of Benin is also answers to the Oba of Benin. So these are, we shouldn't, what I have said, I didn't say that the Yasa of Odo is lesser than the Yasa of Benin, but I'm always saying hierarchically, when you are talking about the hierarchies of chiefs or titled people, after the Oba is a traditional prime minister now, which is the Yasa. So I would do Rototo and all that. So that's what I'm saying. So that shouldn't be a conflict. So they all have their jurisdiction, they all have their power, they all have mine for the Benin Kingdom. And yes, the Ogiamie is fighting. There's nothing like Ogiamie fighting for Benin Kingdom. It's just some very misguided Ogiamien people. I'm a friend to very good I'm a friend to very good sorry, let me take this call. Hello, Domo. Domo Salamogu. I'm Odoyo. You real live video, so you're not Odoyo, yes. Erowa, Domo. Okay, sir. Domo, sir. Alright, no wala. Domo, sir. Okay, sir. Sorry about that. My eldest brother called through. So, like I was saying, let's not talk. Some people want to ask a lot of questions, very exciting. I can see them. I want to also throw some bomb into their camp right now. Because when you come, you are enlightened. When you come, you understand the nitty-gritty of Benin history. Bro, I know where that argument is unnecessary. Pride. The Yasa of Odo cannot measure the Yasa of Benin. Look at, I don't know whether you understand. It's just like a how do I put it? To I'm trying to use a very good example to explain to you the implication of what you don't understand. It's a straightforward thing. The implication of what you don't understand. Your Iyase jurisdiction does not go beyond Udo. Your Iyase cannot go and meet a Nogi of Obazuwa and tell him that this is how he or she will run Obazuwa. Your Iyase cannot go beyond Udo. That's a common sense. But Iyase of Benin has a traditional power to assemble some titled chiefs, reputable titled chiefs of the palace. The Iyase of Benin is the head of Eraonoe, the town chiefs. The town chiefs, they are the highest, they are the largest group of chiefs in Benin Kingdom, and the Iyase is the head of that titled chiefs. Your Iyase of Udo power does not go beyond Udo. That's what I'm telling you. You should not be arguing over this thing. This is common sense. So let's not that Lamosu is the greeting of the Eo family. No, they are not the same family. Ogiamie. I will explain all that. The Ogiamie family. The Ogiamien family, they are from Eholo. Eholo family greet Laire. So their Ogiamien greet Laire. Alright? Also greet Laire. So the Ogiamien family belong to Eholo family. So they are not telling you the truth. Why are you asking me whether the Oba of Benin is the overlord? Is it you that should be the overlord? And moreover, the territories of Benin is not 7 local governments. Maybe I would need to educate you someday on that. It's not the 7 local governments of Edo South. Who is even that one, sir? Some people need to understand the point. Can a non-Benin? It depends on what you understand by non-Benin. It depends on what you understand by a non-Benin. Those people you might call a non-Benin, they are not actually non-Benin, they are ancestrally Benin. Urobos have had title in the palace. Ishekiris have had title in the palace. Ika, there is the Iyase of Obaoro Gboa, the Oba that founded Eko, Lagos, was an Ika man, the Iyase. So that is because Ika ancestrally at one point in history were Benin people. So Esako can hold a very good title. Chief Mike, Barrister Mike Ozehome, and some other very titled, very big persons in Esans and Esakos. They have quite a big title in the palace of the Oba of Benin. So because they're ancestrally Benin. So I wouldn't call them non-Benin. Yeah, Benin descendants can hold titles in the palace, but not all title. I will explain that one. I saw, sir. I'm coming. My brother, you're right. Zero family all over Edo State. Ligation is from which family? Ligation is Zomo na Egbe Zomo. Anyway, now let me quickly run through because I don't know what you wrote. Lise. Which family greets Lise in Benin? Or you want to say Lavieze? Is it Lavieze? I don't know. If it's Lavieze, that's Iyase's family. There is no basics. I've told you, don't keep dwelling on this. Because you are from Udo, what does that mean? I could have been from Udo. If I was still in Udo, I still would have told the Iyase of Udo plain that you cannot be ascribed in all dimensions to be compared. Well, I just told you that hierarchically after the Oba of Benin is the Iyase of Benin. You are still saying Iyase of Udo. I don't understand why some Benin people. I just told you hierarchically. Oba Gaze, Iyase of Zelele, and that's not Iyase of Udo. Iyase of Benin is a traditional prime minister. The person who is given the traditional right to administer over the kingdom is the Iyase of Benin and not Iyase of Udo. Iyase of Udo is not even in top 50 or top 100. I just told you Iyase of Udo jurisdiction end at Udo and it doesn't go beyond that. So stop giving too much. I'm not trying to downgrade anybody, but I'm trying to put the history in the right perspective. I don't care whose horse is God. In the right perspective. What I'm aware now that the traditional prime minister of Benin Kingdom, of which Udo community is a subset of Benin Kingdom, is the Iyase of Benin. You are still arguing. The Iyase, my family has never had the Iyase before. I'm not related to any, I've never been related to any Iyase to start giving historical favoritism. This has nothing to do with favoritism. I'm saying it the way it is. So, which family greet Lagiti? So, I beg, let's leave that matter. Let's go ahead. Two things must be put in place. I don't want to go through the lengthy concept. I want to talk about two very fundamental things: Ogiso and Oba. People are saying some conspiracy theorists, just like the way they are saying into 5G, are saying or proposing that why would the present dynasty change his name or the name from Ogi to Ogiso to Oba? That is what I want to address so that our people can learn. I want to be able to prove to you this time that I want to be able to prove this with facts that the word Ogiso and the word Oba Emion pa eva hin. Alogan reva. Ogiso oba. Emion pa eva hin. Alogan reva. 3 things that we must. I will not be able to even read the screen or attend to any of the questions again. We should understand these 3 things. 3 things we must look at. There are 3 things we must look at. First, there are 3 words that we must divulge. We must lay bare for people to understand. These are the 3 words: Ogiso, Ogie, Oba. The differences or the similarities. Now, understand. Ogie is different from Ogiso. Ogie is different from Oba. I want to prove with facts. Ogie is different from Ogiso. Ogie is different from Oba. But Ogiso is the same with Oba. I want to historically prove right now. We'll talk about the Lawure in one of our history class. I spoke about Lawure, but let's not. I don't want distraction. So everybody should listen, pay attention to these very 3 fundamental things: Ogie, Ogiso, Oba. Now, what is Ogiso, or what does Ogiso mean? Ogiso is a title. It's not a name, because it's a statement. Just like I had said earlier, O Niyasowa, abridged as Iyase. Eredo ya eni, emi, or sunu, or yegbe magbe, nedo ya heni. So, in order for, we before the eras of the Ogisos, the Benins once practiced something like a rotational gerontocratic government, where the oldest, or John Way, the oldest amongst these different Ojonways. In the ancient Benin, we had 33 communities that makes up the ancient Benin city, the present day Benin city. It was ancient 33 communities. So they had representatives from these 33 communities. So it was rotated who becomes the leader of these 33 old men. So in order for some section to force that ideology, they needed to give a divine ideology to that which want to become the first recognized ruler of Benin. So they were trying to explain to Iviedo that Ogiena Tokisori. So technically in Benin, Ogie means king. Oba does not mean king. Ogiso does not mean king. Listen, that's why I want you people to listen. If you listen very well, you get the logic. Oba does not mean king in Benin. Oba does not mean king in Benin. Ogiso does not mean king in Benin. Ogie means king in Benin. And that's what I want to prove. So, the old men or the ancient wise people in Benin were trying to explain that this is a king that is divinely made. Ogie, no Kisore. Ogie, no Kisore. A divine king. A God king. A divine king. A king from the sky. A divine king. Ogie, no Kisore. A divine king. So Ogiso. Ogiso was not used, was not abridged as a title for these ancient figures. So technically Ogiso does not mean king in Benin. Because Ogiso itself is a statement that a king from the sky. So Ogiso means divine king. Ogiso means God king. Alright? Ogie means king. Ogie means king So Ogiso means God King or divine king. Two different words that you must understand. Beautiful. So why did the second dynasty decide to choose Oba? The same circumstances, like I had said earlier, that it is the circumstances. Let me further prove with this fact. There was a prince called Prince Osifo in Benin that judged a national matter. A national matter. Alright, he was a crown prince. Crown Prince Osifo was the son of Obanosa was the son of Ensoyen. No. Obanosa was the son of Akengbuda. Yes, Obanosa was the son of Akengbuda. Oba Akengbuda, yes. Now his princely name was Osifo. He judged over a matter. And the Benin people, the entire Benin kingdom was in shock with the great wisdom he judged over that matter. So they not gave him a nickname, Obozona, meaning Obanosa. That is, he judged this matter like a God king that is like God. Obozona, meaning Obanosa. Like there was like he's not earthly, he was too divine. That wisdom that he had is divinely made. So Hangiri Yoba, a nickname of Oyari Yoba, or not choosing in Obanosa. So that is why I'm trying to say that it is circumstances that lead Benin giving names to their children or to whatever they want to give names. Circumstances. So it was the same circumstance that led Oromia returning back to where his father had left. And when he returned, he left and left a child. And the Benins now said, oh Mona, because they had a period of 70 years without royalty, without a king. There was an interregnum. Now there is a child. The child is like a light. The child is just like the Christians believe that Jesus Christ is a salvation that God gave to mankind. So Eweka the first was a child that was like a salvation that God Almighty brought like a light to the dark 70 years of interregnum that we experienced. So the Benin now say Tomona Banedu. That is it. That is not the appellation of every Oba of Benin. Omo no Banedu. A child that shineth. Omo no Banedu. So that is the context is that word Oba. That's where the word Oba was derived from. The word Oba therefore means a light. Now it is not NEPA light. There was no electricity at that time. So that means it is a divine light. It is something celestial. It is nothing. It is not an artificial light. It is something divine. It is something godlike. Noba. Upa nobana. Emi nobanedo. Omo Eweka the first nobanedo. Alright. Omo nobanedo. Noba. Light. Divine divinity. The light represents divinity. And divinity is godlike. God-like. God King. I approved that at the beginning that Ogiso is divine king or God king. I have also now proved that Oba is divine king or God king. So that's why I said Ogiso, Oba, the same thing. Two different Benin words that means the same thing. God king. Ogie in Benin means king. While Oba in Benin means God king. So when we refer to the Oba of Benin as a God king of Benin, we are right. So it is wrong to refer to the Oba of Benin as a king of Benin. Because in reality, Ogie is what it means king. So those Enoge technically are kings. Technically, those Enoge or those Onojes in essence, they are kings. They are not dukes. They are kings. So, but Oba means God King. What the edition of the Queen of England coming from Germany? Yes, agreed. Has nothing to do with the Obas of Benin. The king. I've explained all that. I have explained 3 words. 3 words. I've explained these 3 words. Ogie, Oba, Ogiso. Ogiso is equals to Oba. Ogie is not equals to. Ogiso and Oba is greater than Ogie. I'm doing inequalities. I'm doing mathematics. So Ogiso is equals to Oba. It's the same. It has the same meaning, but different words. You know, the English student can say there are words. There are 2 different words that has the same meaning. Ade, Eko Ade, Feko Ade, Feko. I'm trying to create words like 2 different words that have the same meaning. So that's exactly what it means. Oge means king. All right. So when the Yorubas say that they are the owner of the word Oba, you say that why would they become the owner of the word Oba? Because the word Oba is very indigenous to the Benin people. For example, Wahata mama mi logo, even an Aba, Igi kode ujinara. So even wa ogi ba ike sedo. Difficult. Then when you want to say lash Ukpana waba or Ukpana bagbe doyo shines, lights. Then when you now say Ukponu yona waba red, how can people whose Oba is not indigenous to them? It's indigenous, it's day to day in Alove Dedekbeno. It's just that Benins are not we're not enlightened enough to say that's where the word Oba came from. Red, light, shine, difficult. These are the 3 meanings of Oba. The first king of Benin was called Obagodo. The first king, Ogiso Igodo. Igodo was his nickname in New Vange Ewano. His original name, Neramune, was Obagodo. Something that is very reddish. Obagodo. That was his real, the first Ogiso, the first king of Benin. His real name is Obagodo. Igodo was his nickname. So the Oba, that's the first king of Benin, Obagodo, in 40 BC. That is approximately 2057 years ago. Why the word Oba entered the Yoruba dictionary? The Yoruba started using it less than 60 years ago. So, like I said, the word Aluge, my great-great-grandfather, his name is Aluge, A-L-U-G-E. This word went to Ondo, part of Yoruba, and came back and returned as Alonge, A-L-O-N-G-E. And Benin now think is a Yoruba word. Oshodi, Osoidi, as a Benin word, went to Yoruba and came back as Oshodi. So, Mazwa, as a people, we allow people to change our name and give it back. Our words, our ideas goes to Yoruba land, it get refined, returned back to us as if they are the owner of it, among several others. Just like someone was asking me that Iyase is a Yoruba word. I'm like, come on, are you kidding me? Anyway, That's what I wanted to say. So I say Yoruba language. I've just told you. That's what they are. If K is not taking your own name, Etiosa or whatever, we'll go to Yoruba land and come back and they'll tell you it's Yoruba. So we know all their tricks. If K is not taking your own son name, my son name now is Imaswen, might go to Yoruba land and come back in 20 years. And they'll start telling the Benin people that Imaswen is a Yoruba word. And Benin people will still believe them. That's how foolish, stupid some of us have been. Your own word will go, they will use it as their own. It's just like they are claiming Olokun. That's why one called me the other day that Olokun is a Yoruba deity, that is Yoruba that hunts. And I was like, oh, why is Olokun a Yoruba word? Because the two words Okun means sea in Benin, Okun also means sea in Yoruba. But how does Olokun is being owned by Yoruba? And I gave them a very simple example why Olokun cannot be a Yoruba word. The word Oliya will give you a clear insight. Oliha. Oliya. That title you see called Oliya is also a conglomeration of two words. Ole, owner. Owner, Iha. Divinity, owner of divinity. Ole, O-L-E, owner, it means owner, bedo, that's what it means. Then Iha is divinity, Iha na fini, when I be Mifa and all that. Ogima ate Iha. Oliha. Ole, Okun, Olokun, the owner of the sea. Olokun. Common sense. So that's how we bust bubbles. I know they have been trying to do all that they can. So and they will start telling you that Tinosa is a Yoruba word. If guys not take it, I'll start telling you Ado, which is the second king of Eko. The first king of Eko was Aisikpa. His son was Ado. Just a time will come, they'll tell Benin people that the word Ado is a Yoruba word. Ado e Yoruba tima. So Ado means Edo. Yoruba cannot pronounce Edo, yanati Ado. It's just like, it's always fun when I bust Yoruba bubble. We had an argument. Yoruba were trying to draw a map. And they said that because Akoko is a Yoruba word, so that means they own Akoko Edo. Edo North, one local government in Edo North. Then I said, okay, we agree if that's the case. But I don't have time to be arguing. Okay, if that's the case, that because there's Akoko, a Yoruba word, that makes you own that part, that local government. Okay, add it to your Oduduwa map. Then our own Great Benin map, you also give us Ado Ekiti. Because Ado Yerewana, Edo, Manyawa. Ado Akure, Edo Nekwe. You also give us that. These are simple things that Benin are just supposed to be tiny little things that we are supposed to use in busting their bubbles. But however, or There should be rest assured that if you beg him, I reply then almost instantaneously. Once it's Yoruba, I'm always very happy to give it to them very hot. So I'm always very happy to give them very hot. My brother. So these are technical issues that we must continually look at from. So don't let anybody deceive you. To start giving you, don't let all those misguided people on social media tell them when they try to deceive you, when they try to bring atoria, when they try to you see okundai. Yes, aye, it's also the same word. Aye means life. Agbon, word. No, aye means life or word. I think it also means the same thing in Yoruba. So they will not tell you that nonsense people, and you cannot defend yourself. You cannot defend yourself. No, that's where you are wrong. See, that's where you are wrong. Let me tell you. Lovely loose. Let me tell you. They are trying to use it as a propaganda. All your artworks, the Benin artworks, where are they presently? Are they not all scattered around the world? And you see majority in the British Museum. Why are you seeing your artworks in the British Museum? Because you were conquered. That's where let me educate Benin people or Edo people on this matter. The major reason the artworks of the Edo people is found in the British Museum is because you were conquered. It's a simple explanation. If we had conquered the British, if they had anything artistic, if they had ideas of how to make things, you would have also been found in our Benin kingdom because we conquered them. Our works is found in British Museum today because they conquered us and they took all that belonged to us. So also Benin people conquered almost the entire Yoruba land. So their children or their sons were made slaves, and their deities we also use for the services and day-to-day running of the kingdom. Anaya ekbita azenrewo omobaberewo tobaya adolewo. So that shows is a mark, an hallmark of imperialism. Oh, okay. Ayelala, I heard Ayelala is from Ekiti. Obviously, the go and read about the Benin Ekiti wars. We messed them up. So after messing them up, we took some of their able men to come and serve. Then what we guys in our head be okay Ayelala wa be included as our trophy. These deities were taken to Benin as our trophy. So why you don't see any Benin deity in Yoruba land except Olokun? Except Olokun, you don't see any other Benin deity in Yoruba land. It's because Yoruba did not defeat Benin and as well could not steal any of our deities. And for some of you that are saying that Benin Edo does not have deities, you are wrong. Okwa, is it not a deity? Ovia, is it not a deity? Ake, is it not a deity? Ogan, is it not a deity? Among several others. Beautiful. Olokun got to Ife because a Kaladeran took Olokun. The Kaladeran was an Olokun priest. A Kaladeran was an Olokun priest. A Kaladeran established Olokun at Ugoton. So he took the practice of Olokun to Ife. That is why in the entire Yoruba land, it is only Ife people that practices Olokun. In the entire Yoruba land, it is only Ife people that practice Olokun. Why? Olokun is practiced all over Benin Kingdom, but only Ife. That shows that Omamu Ekbabedo Yamuari Ife. That is why it's only predominantly worshipped by only the Ife people. Olokun deity. A lot of them. That is why when I was knocking some of the Ishekiri head, don't forget that Benin Akure war that I stated of 1818. I said that when Arakale, the Deji of Akure, fled, he fled first to the palace of the Ewi of Ado Ekiti. He rejected him that Aisho Kwoba, Aisho Kwedo. Only a logo, lovely loose. Boy, no, get uno, boss again. Anyway, we're looking forward to a day where some of these people that are running their mount on Facebook, some of these people that are running their mount in Eneva on YouTube platforms, we're looking forward to a day where we'll be able to have a one-on-one debate with these people so that I'm looking forward to that day. God helping us. I've already addressed that. I don't want to talk about Ife's story today, so we'll talk about that. So the point I want us to understand that I've tried, that is very succinct to us, that we all should take to our respective homes is Ogi, Ogiso, Oba. I've established that Ogiso and Oba means the same thing, and Ogi means king. Anahina. The official language in Benin Palace is Yoruba. The official language in Benin Palace is Yoruba. Okay. Allah Kid Ehem Buddha on his expedition. Allah will conduct traditional. Sir, and you were told to Adeyemi. Looking at your picture, you are still a baby. So the official language in the palace is Yoruba. Okay, I've heard you. So the official language in the palace of the Oni of Ife is Edo language. So let's leave that. The official language in the palace of the Oba of Benin is Yoruba. The official language in the Oni's palace is Edo language. So let's move on from that argument. I have addressed that. I don't know. So some of you should go and be looking some of my videos. There is a parable in Benin. Do you know what that means? No other person is intent other than the Oba of Benin at the Ogbe soil. Nobody. If you are from Ogbe, ask anybody in Ogbe. I'm not telling you. Nobody is buried in Ogbe except the Oba of Benin. Till date. Nobody. If you go to any houses in Ogbe, you will not see any graveyard. You have not asked yourself why. That's if you grew up in Benin. That's because Itan of Edo, Oba of Ogbe. So are you not asking me where the Obas of Benin are being buried? I just told you. No, I don't know where, but I know I go above Yogbe. The relationship is very simple. Every Alafin of Oyo is the younger brother of every Oba of Benin. So technically, Alafin of Oyo is a Benin man. My brother, I don't know how to start that question from. Are you aware the Benin monarch is 2057 years old? The monarch, not the people. And the Yoruba monarch is not up to 1,000 years old. So who is from who? I did an article called 80 Facts or 100 Facts. I put it historically and I set it. And yet, since I wrote that article 3 years ago, nobody has been able to historically disprove it. And I stated it clearly that Benin Kingdom is the second oldest surviving kingdom in the world and the oldest surviving kingdom in Africa. By July 22nd this year, Benin Kingdom will be 2057. Now, understand, kingdom, that is the monarch, not the people. The people had existed hundreds of years before the monarch. The monarch is an instrument that emerges from the people. So the Edo people has been here from time immemorial. Ke no salo boya boagbon. Edo maekpaye ke Edo ye. So it is the monarch that is 2057. Maybe the Edo people would have been 100,000 years old. No, surviving. When you are writing it is okay. Always add surviving. Benin Kingdom is the oldest surviving, because we had kingdoms that were way older than Benin, but none of them have survived. Those Egyptians, Ethiopia, those kingdoms were, some were even 25,000 years older than Benin Kingdom, but none of them have survived till date. Then the oldest surviving, that's the point. So, well, Oshomo Ifo Ewosa Paul. If not Giaono, it's not something that is undoable. Someday, those who will lead that revolution will be you and I. We are preparing ourselves. The ancestors and God Almighty is preparing us to lead that revolution for our land. But it is not our time yet. It will soon come. For myself. And like I say, it's something that I think about, I dream about every day. Lagos and Ondo. We own those two states. It is our territory. We owned it. The oldest kingdom, the earliest kingdom should be Ethiopia. The first kingdom. I can't really tell though, but Ethiopia has the oldest civilization of mankind. I think Ethiopia, yes. Is that Ethiopia or Sudan? Present day Sudan. I think it's Ethiopia. The oldest civilization of mankind is Ethiopia. In the entire world, the oldest civilization of mankind is Ethiopia. So, Bande. By the time we get to that level, Lovely Luz Mwegbe, you'll be in charge of the director of all the Yoruba Juju live Edo land. Our money, we are holding here. I know you'll be very happy. No. Ethiopian civilization is older than Egyptian civilization. That I can tell you. Ethiopian civilization is older than Egyptian civilization. Magging on you. Why is and wrong for Benin? I think we'll answer that question some other time. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I talked about something very important last Sunday. Some of us were not online. I'd like to quickly talk about it. I talked about a Benin Trust Fund. It's really very important. I'll soon be rounding up. We're done with history class now. We're done with history class now. Let's now talk about something that can help us sometimes. I talked about the Benin Trust Fund, or the Edo Trust Fund, however the name can take. I talked about it, and a whole lot of person tried to reach out to me and all that. I really want to quickly hammer on it again. Now, the major reason that we are still like this as a people, because we don't have that economic freedom, that financial freedom. Yeah, Junior Mon, sorry. I said I was going to open the phone line last Sunday. Walao. Hopefully next Sunday. So that I'll just buy a landline or so. I'll just remember I'll get a landline so that we can always be opening line. People can call through and all that. Now, I talked about the Benin Trust Fund. It's really very important, and I also said it's quite very clear that anybody can run with that idea. I'm trying to do the principle of unity, the principle of multiplicity. It works. If we really want to make Benin great again, we need that financial power conjured by present generation to be able to help the future generation. Because this country is a fucking shithole. Like, it survived. So the Benins or the Edo people should start thinking of how to technically. Okay, what I'm saying is what I meant by this Benin Trust Fund. Now, I currently run a Piggyverse account. The Piggyverse account is every day I do daily contribution. It's everything is internet now. It's by application, it's technological advancement. I connect my ATM card to the app. Every day I make donation of about 2,000 or so every day. It just goes every 8 p.m. every evening. It's automatic. So I was thinking, can't an Edo person or a Benin person, as the case may be, build an application that if 100,000, 200,000 Benin people, we did this mathematics last Sunday. If 100,000 Benin people came into the idea, for example, you pay 100 naira every day as a Benin man. When you wake up in the morning, you know that you have a trust fund that will be used in solving a lot of present problem that you're having. When I mean present problem, entertainment, the Benin story has to be told and has to be rightly told. The Benin bronze, we should start recalibrating our thought. We once dominated the world of art. We should start doing clear-cut acts to meet up with the modern day demands. We should start equipping our sons and children in science and technology. We should start sending Benin indigent people should start getting scholarship from primary school to wherever they want to get to. We should start having housing estates that can be given to the poor people of Edo land. This is what the Benin Trust Fund can actually address. Which is, like I talked about investment that Benin people building feeding station and hotel. That doesn't make sense. Those things cannot employ 10, 20, 50 persons maximum. Now, if there's a cooperative pulse that runs into billions and it is being well run by great minds, economists, I'm not one of them, so mine is just to talk. Mine is to ginger us to do this which is right. Now, assuming that every 100,000 Benin person pays 100 naira automatic to an application, a Benin Transport app also, every day. 100 naira times 365 days is 36,500 per person. Now, the beauty, 36,500 is not huge, it's not big, but it's the power of the multiplicity. 365,500 times 100,000, for example. Edo people that are skilled into it, then let's assume that this project will be executed every three years, then times 3. Someone should do that mathematics so that people can actually see that what I'm saying. I'm thinking for the future of our children, because a time comes we have to leverage. Nigeria government are borrowing money every day. So while other Nigerians are paying the debt currently being borrowed by this useless government that we currently have, Benin future would have been the future of the unborn Benin Edo children would have been secured, because some Edo people came together to leverage, to find a way of making a better future for the generation unborn. And I think it's not even a big deal. We just need not me, I just need we just need quite a very people that can think. So so please, I was saying something that's really important. Please, I don't want anybody to distract us. It's important. This is some matter. We'll talk on later. Our language has been in. Well, we'll talk on later. Our language is called Edo language, whatever. We'll talk it later. Someone should do the mathematics for me. I'm talking about Benin Trust Fund. When you're talking about something really very serious, that's when people start posting. What are we typing? These things are not important. Let's talk about things that are very important to the future of our generation. So please, someone should do this mathematics. Assuming if someone creates a Benin Trust Fund application and 100,000, for example, Edo people pays 100 naira every day for 1 year. So that means it's 100 naira times 365 days. That's 36,500. 36. And that's what I'm saying. Either Benin Trust Fund or Edo Trust Fund, however it is. So if 36,500 times, let's assume it's 100,000 Edo people that are paying 100 naira every day. You just wake up in the morning knowing fully well that 100 naira leaves your account. Yeah, 100 naira is not a big deal. Some can pay 50 naira. It's not a big deal, but it is the multiplicity. It is the multiplicity of it that now becomes a big deal. Like having more people coming in to pay. This is something everybody can do every day. 100 naira leaving the account is nothing. It becomes 36,500 a day. So at the end of the year. At the end of the year, you multiply the 36,500 times 100,000. Assuming it's 100,000 Edo people that made 100 naira donation every day. So the Benin Trust Fund. The Benin Trust Fund will be created as an app. You download it and it is open. You see how the money is entry. All right, and everybody can just say, oh, okay, this. You can basically plot a chart. It can be developed. I'm only an historian and a food biologist by profession, so I don't know how these things work. But I just know that I run a piggyverse where I pay 2,000 leaves my account every day, and I make savings. So, but this time around, we're not making savings for ourselves. We're making savings for our future. All right. So, and this is something that is very critical. That I want any smart Edo person to critically. I'm not saying I'm going to be the one to execute it overly. I'm not interested. I'm usually not interested. I'm just saying that when it comes, someone should be able to come up with, you run with this idea to you can come out smartly. And yeah, that would be 3.65 billion naira for 365 days. Now, if for example we are to start executing program, because it's not going to be like at the end of the year you execute program. Assuming that we are to execute program every 2 years, we can do it every 2 years. That would have been amount to 7 point something billion, 3.6, and that would have amounted to about 7 point something billion that can be used in building companies, housing for the indigent, scholarships, a revitalization of our Benin entertainment, Edo entertainment, all our acts. That is the power of 100 naira, what it can do for all of us. So please, people should look. So for 5.5, that's 5.5 billion. So in other words, when is no, I don't understand. I'm not saying there's the fund trusting is starting. It's an idea I'm sharing with anybody out there. So a lot of persons will say that, why would you share that kind of idea? See, the way Edo, the way we are now, it has gone beyond. No. It doesn't make sense if you pay 1 year. You just be paying your 100 naira. If it's those in overseas, you can be paying €1, $1 every day. List your account. You can connect your account to the app. You don't have to pay everything 1 year. It doesn't make sense that way. It has to be. Anyway, like I was saying, it doesn't have to. It has gone beyond the point in our life as a people where we have to think, because it's my idea, I have to ensure that Nami must lead them. No. I think I have gotten close. I have watched, I have listened carefully, I have studied the ways of our ancestors, and what they believe in is exactly what I'm trying to teach our people: selflessness. It doesn't matter who owns the idea. It doesn't. What matters is it works. It works. It doesn't matter who owns the idea. What matters, it works. And that's the point. So it doesn't matter whether it was the Zodowa that came up with the idea. It doesn't really matter. If I see any person come making this thing a reality, I'll be so happy. I'll be so happy. I'm going to come online and talk about it. We are all going to do massive publicity about it. The most important thing is that even if the person who went to run with the idea still will not be a beneficiary for it, because it's for everybody, and it has to be extremely, absolutely and extremely very transparent for people. You know how suspicious we are of ourselves. So if something like this has to scale through, it has to be extremely transparent, so that people should not say that some people are just trying to join some people. Am I in a weird way? Very difficult people to please. So it hasn't been executed. It's an idea. So if it's you that ISOSA that can run with it, if it's more you that can run with it, if anybody, it's not an account. It could be an account, but it's an application. Someone has to develop that application. It could cost millions of naira to develop that app. That app has to be developed. It will not be on Google Play Store. It will not be on Apple Store, where people can go and download it. Then probably have a cooperative account that all this money go into, and the app will be done in a way that you can literally see people who are paying. You can literally see how much is coming, how much that is coming. You can literally see everything that is going on from your application. This is the age of technology now. So all these things is being done transparently. If your money is hitting 100 million, you should know that it's 100 million. Everybody can see it, so that when at the end the target is now hit, we can basically now see how much that we have, and constitute a committee of highly very intellectual people that is very patriotic, that is very selfless, not stingy, not greedy, not self-centered. When are politicians or someone that can put his hand on anything that Ogwambano or whatever, Swombano or Vemboni, where you the 1,000 in. These are people I'm looking forward to, that can be able. Only these people can be trusted. I know people can be able to trust me. This kind of a thing. But if it's an application that is connected to a back, and can everything just go there? It's not the skyrocket science. It works. That's what a lot of persons are doing. A lot of things, but not for an ethnic nationality. And so that's what I'm saying. That app will be designed. That's why I said will be designed very magnificently. Like, it has to be a technological company that would design that app. That's something unhackable. Not all those 5,000 naira app. We're talking about. We're talking about an application that is in millions of naira, that could be really developed and designed, that is unhackable. you know. So yeah, it's a year. I'm just saying it's an idea. I don't. It's not. It's not. I'm just sharing it with all of us here. Anybody can run with the idea. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying. I'm not starting. As a matter of fact, I'm not starting it, because I don't understand how these things work. I just feel that's how it works. That's what I feel that um, the God and the ancestors put in my mind to tell us that this is how the old Benin society works. When there was a problem that needed to be tackled, the Edo people came together and tackled it. When there was we have a national issue of securing a better life for our future, the better life that we're currently not having. And that is how it has to go. It has to. That is why in Edo, town of Edo, by Ziuwa. So the old Edo society believed that only one person cannot plan wealth creation. It is a collective idea. So that's why I'm collectively sharing this, so that we can all collectively come out to plan it and how to execute it. My job is to share. My job is to inspire. And that's exactly what I have done. It is doable and anybody can run with it. Obviously, it has to be very Canal Kingdom about it. Definitely, everybody has to know about it, because it's about all of us. It's a national thing. It's an Edo national thing. So you can, it's not something that will be done. Everybody has to be brought into the limelight. But some people has to do their underwork first. Before it cannot be shared with authorities like the Oba of Benin and some other stakeholders. But generally, this is not about elite. It's not about elite. It's we using our 100 naira, 50 naira to secure a future for our children. So it's not an elite thing. So we don't need anybody to bring 100,000. We don't need anybody to bring 1 million. It's not required, because we are not even getting it. If you go meet these elites to give you 100,000, 500,000, you will not see them. Ever since this coronavirus came, have you seen any of those Edo elites buying one bag of? I think very few of them, even the billionaires amongst them, have you seen them buying one bag of rice? Except some of them that are politicians that are trying to use that to politically. For the political, I'm not a politician, so I don't want to go. But the point is that any of them sharing rice or whatever, it's because of their ambition or whatever. But those ones that don't have political ambition, that are very rich, so it's not. I'm trying to give an idea that will not depend on anybody. Like, it is not one person who is worthy that is determining the future of the Edo people for the Edo people. It is the Edo people that is not deciding the future of the Edo people for themselves because of their 50 naira, because of their 100 naira. We don't have to go and queue behind 1 billionaire to get 500,000 when we know that our 50 naira, well planned, well transparently planned, brought together at the end of the year, can give us billions of naira that can be used in setting up industries that can be invested in different types of, whether agriculture, food industry, agriculture, whatever. Instead of building hotels and like, why it be hotel? Well, you people stop building hotel. We are not. You people stop building hotel and filling station. It's the most annoying thing that Edo people are doing right now. That is so annoying. They just. And the Edo people are aware that in less than 20 years, there will not be vehicles that uses fuel, and everybody in Edo is just building filling station. People should start thinking smart now. Everywhere is filling station in Edo State and hotel. I've said it several times. We are not smart as a people when it comes to business wise. So thanks for that. I have eye reading glasses, so because of this coronavirus, it's the handle of my glasses got broken, so I have to fix it. But my eye doctor, yeah, officer, I've not seen him, so that's why I'm straining my eyes. Yes. I don't usually. I use glasses. So, well, anyway, why we when they courtesan like or a year or a year, whatever, please. I think that's what has one of the biggest problems that has divided us as a people now. People have started quarreling whether Eye or Aye is Yoruba or Benin. You just don't. We are Benin first before anything. We are Do first. So we are Do first before wherever we belong to. Those that belong. Many manager. My me I get there. Magwaligo here mana ma ya agbina. Nenetin eti na ya gun amana me ma eti na ya de bato asi odo sisi. Unu na me ye unu na me gwa adon, that's all. So unu na me gwa adon. Yeah, a lot of us detest it as well. It's very annoying. And that's what they really do in Benin City. You need to be in Benin City everywhere. They are building hotels every day. They are building feeding stations every day. Come on. What's your number of eyeglass? I don't understand J-boy area, so I don't understand. My number of eyeglass. Oh, you're talking about my eye defect. I'm myopic. I have. So, having said that, I thank all of you. Wherever we are, we should all stay safe. God and our ancestors will continue to bless us. God and our ancestors will continue to sustain us for everything that is presently going on out there, whether the whole conspiracy of the 5G, the whole coronavirus, whichever one. We pray to God and our ancestors, and for some of us, or for some of you that are Christians, we pray to Jesus Christ, by the power of Jesus Christ, and those who are Muslims as well, that God help us, that in Miami that whatever that is going on will not bedevil us, will not be a portion, will not be part and parcel of it. But however, while we continue to believe in our different beliefs, it's also very pertinent for we to take medical advice and the health advice as regards we staying safe, and try to take all the precautionary measure as regards safety. Safety of our lives is most important than every other thing. So I implore all of us for we to stay safe, and I wouldn't say stay home, because so my dodgy so ain't we total lockdown in Edo, my dodge, but we are very careful. My dodgy now will fall back, that sort of a thing. So Oserale Patrick, at the end of this video, you go and start from the beginning. Okay, I think he meant my prescription. I can't really remember. My prescription is with my eye doctor. Alright, my prescription is with my eye doctor. Alright, so I have a logbook with him. I've not really had time. I'll go collect my prescription, so that, because the guy, they always charge me if I want to do glass, and I will just say 25,000. So my prescription is with the eye doctor, except I have to run another one. But I know it has prescription has been with my eye doctor since 2004. I started using my glasses since 2013. Since 2013, so my prescription has been with him since 2013 when I started using glasses. So next week Sunday by 8 o'clock, not 8:30. Say while SARS It's 8 o'clock, and please, my programs are usually very exciting and very educative. I'm not going to come here to talk about naked pictures. I'm not going to come here to talk about gossip. I'm not going to talk, I don't even have the time. All I'm going to tell you, all I'm going to talk about is that it's always an interactive segment. I'm going to unveil mysteries. I'm going to keep talking about the history. I'm going to inspire you of our people. You're going to get educated. You're going to like our program. It's just that it's very shameful that Emi Noma do. It's quite shameful, but I already understood that it's a problem from old times. It's a problem. It's not a new problem. It's a problem from old times. So we are more interested in irrelevant things, So when people say a whole lot of persons are supposed to be here, but it's our job for we to tell people, to tell your children, the most important people I'm interested in, it's your household. When you come online, if you have kids, if you have children, all right, let them participate, let them watch my program, and I'm sure that do you have lights in Benin? No lights, okay. There's no lights in Benin. The only thing I have, it's generator, so I use generator. They'll bring my lights by 12 a.m. in the morning. At times, so not all times. So I added them now. They'll bring it 12 p.m. in the afternoon. I'll take it 3 p.m. They'll now bring it 12 a.m. in the morning. So in the afternoon, I'm at work. So I'm on it. So where 12 a.m. I'm already asleep. So that you understand that sort of a thing. So let's. I think mine is 2.5. I think mine is 2.5. I can't really remember. I think mine is 2.5 or so. Yes, I know. I think it's a very good idea. This week I'll go find the guy. Give me my prescription. I'll go find out. Say, I bet bros, give me my prescription. I don't want to use you again. The guy to the inflate price. So, ladies and gentlemen, so I think we're done for today. So I want to thank all of you who has become part and parcel of my live program. I love you guys. Seriously, yeah, you guys are the bomb. So keep pushing, keep educating the ethics and the values of an Edo man, what is expected as an Edo man. So we are to change the narratives. We are to try to tell the people that this is what makes Benin was the morality. I think maybe our next topic will be on morality. I think that's what I love talking about, the ethics and the values, the philosophy that makes the old Benin society. It's very important. So you hear people, you hear Benin man coming out to say, abomination. Anyway, we'll talk about it probably in our next program when I'm led by the Spirit of God. I'm not a pastor. Anyway, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. So I really want to appreciate you. So we all should stay safe, and God bless all of us. And Obaga talk by you. He said. So I'll see you guys. Bye. No. WhatsApp number will. Not now. So you guys take care of yourself. Obaga talk by you. He said.